Now he's doing a different tip. It's 2 different tips, guys. David Bednar, like, what's the deal? Like, what's the problem here? Let's look at his statistics. David Bednar, if you are unaware, is the closer for the Pirates this year. He's 3-7. He's got 23 saves, 6 blown, 47 innings pitched. He currently has a 6.32 ERA with a 4.65 FIP. What that means is he's probably getting a little unlucky on top of the other things that are happening to him. But the big thing is he got hurt. He missed 3 weeks in June to July with an oblique strain. Now, oblique strains can affect your pitching quite a bit. He came back from that into the All-Star break and was pitching a little bit better. He had a 5.01. Since, though, the walks have increased, the hits have increased, the whip has really increased, and he's given up more homers. And I'm interested in what the hell happened after the All-Star break. I wonder if his oblique isn't fully, because he came back really fast from oblique. 3 weeks from oblique is really fast. He is much better than this year. This is definitely a down year. Definitely riding the struggle bus a little bit. A lot of it, actually. There's some reasons, I think, for that. So, first things first, we'll check out this stuff. Fastball velo, 97.2. No problem there. Has one of the higher chase rates in the league. He's throwing 57% fastballs, and he's throwing 97. So his velo's the same. Let's go look at his movement profile. Like, I was like, okay, his stuff's moving weird. He has the best ride on his fastball he's ever had. He was 11.7 of drop last year. It's up an inch. So he's throwing the hardest he's ever thrown, up by 0.5 mile an hour. He has an inch more of ride than he's ever had. So there's nothing glaring here. Nothing's changed in a big way. The big thing is, though, his fastball's getting hammered. Why? He had 12 run value on it this year, 58%. What's the difference? Batting average is higher. Okay. Whiff rate's lower. Expected batting average is up 100%. But look at this. Hard hit rate, same. The put away, slightly lower, but not by a lot. Like, this isn't super glaring. Why is that? Let's go look at location. This is where he's thrown the fastball. This is the fastball last year. It's the same. So if it's not the fastball itself, then what is other pitches doing? Curveball right here. You guys noticing something about the curveball, though? This is this year's curveball. Whole lot of hung curveballs. 23. This is his curveball. You notice how much more at the bottom of the zone is? And he's not spraying at all. There's no random dots everywhere like there is this year. See how much he's missed up here? So he's hanging the hell out of his curveball a lot. And he is a north-south guy. So basically, his fastball is great when he can throw his curveball off his fastball. This year, his curveball has not tunneled with his fastball. His curveball's not getting hit any harder. The results against the curveball itself are about the same. But what it's done is hurt his fastball because they can identify his fastball more easily. For the first time since his rookie, or since 2020, he is throwing his split finger more than his curveball. The last 3 years, he's thrown his curveball more than his split. This year, he's throwing it more than his curveball. The reason he's doing that is because he does not feel good about his command. He's hanging meatballs. Let's just attach that. The common assumption is the curveball is getting hit hard. It's not, but the fastball is. And his curveball functions to make his fastball better. And this year, it isn't. The past years, it has. His splitter also isn't tunneling with his fastball, though, even though the command says it should be, but there's a reason that it isn't. And here's my theory. One, he's getting a little bit unlucky. There's a part of that too. So like he's given up a couple of like 3-run homers that could have very easily not been homers, and it would change things a little bit. So there's a little bit of unluckiness, just a little bit. There's been a couple things where he made a good pitch and they got him, just a little bit, but not a lot. You can't explain the whole year that way. I think he's tipping, and here's why I think that. There's something very interesting. I don't know if he knows this, and I'm going to play his first game of this year in the big leagues during the season. I want you guys to notice something. When he comes set, where his hands are on every pitch. Okay, so just look where his hands are right here. Middle, see where they are? They're against his body. They're about mid. He's got a little bit of space here. And he's keeping his hands pinned to his body. Hold on. This is a curveball. That's a fastball. Looks the same, right? I agree. First thing I want you to notice, on this curveball, right here, he has not gripped the curveball yet. And when he comes up, you're going to see his hand kind of like finish the grip. So you're going to see him grip it while he's coming to the plate. See how he went like there was like a push? He like kind of pinned it into the glove to kind of get the grip. So I think he goes light and then gets it tight when he throws. This is a fastball. Watch how quiet his hands are. Watch how quiet his hands are as he goes through. Like as he's coming up, as he's getting his grip. There's no shaking of the glove. It stays pretty pinned. Then we got this splitter. Watch it here. Watch. So first of all, his glove's pinned. Then it comes away from his body. See how much it shakes? See how much his glove's moving there? You guys see that? See how there's like a little bit of space between his hand and his body? Hitters can see the hell out of that. Do you know why? Because there's no space at all, and then suddenly there's like a little space. You can see space. They can't tell if the glove moves a lot, but they can see if it moves away from the body a little bit. On his pitches that aren't fastballs, he digs right before he throws. So that's one thing that I notice. Really amazing batters can see all this in a split second. They're not like coming up with it in the moment, Gara. They're going up looking for it. So when you're looking for something, it's much easier to see it. Now let's go to his most recent pour outing. Look where his hands are. I would love to ask him about this. This would be really interesting. But now his hands are higher. I don't know if he did this on purpose, but like, look where they are right here. So now there's more. There's more stuff to see. So he was like this, and now he's like this. This creates all of this stuff to key on. They can key on his wrist now. They can see how his wrist is cocked. They can see where every arm is. They can create distance between. There's all of these different things he has to make the same every time. It's extra things that you can check in on. Let's see if we can get differences anywhere. This is a fastball. Cool. What's this one? Now, did you notice something there, guys? We have the fastball, we fastball, and then what's he do as he's coming up? His hand goes down because he's pushing it in the glove again. So this is a splitter, guys. Look, this is where his hand, he's about to separate. This is what it looks like. Last pitch, same place for the fastball. Can you see it? See how his wrist is still flat against the top of his glove? But for this one, when he comes set, look how different that looks. So that's what's interesting to me. Like, if he moved his glove out on purpose, he's making the tip worse, right? So he goes here and he digs, split. Look at the swing on this pitch. Look how excited he is. He's like, there it is. You should not put that comfortable of a swing on a splitter when a guy throws 98 miles an hour. So that for me shows that's a tip splitter. He tipped that. That is tipped as hell. That was tipped. All right, now let's see if he does it on the curveball. So he's flat here again. Not as much, but he definitely does it. See how his glove turns and gets more vertical? He digs when he's about to deliver, and he doesn't do it on his fastball. And it's easier to see when his hands are out here as opposed to here. I did this exact same thing against the Cubs in 2021. I went from here to here, the opposite, outing to outing, and I gave up 2 solo homers the night, 2 nights before, came back out, punched the side. Wrist break, lowered elbow. There's all kinds of stuff. Now, what you're seeing, you got to remember, what the hitter is seeing is, when I cock my wrist, you can see my arm. When I don't cock it, where's my arm? See how that's different? They're not going, oh, I see the glove moving. They're going by, oh, there was a little bit more space created there, meaning he moved his glove. Does this stuff tend to send Brent around the league? Yeah. Not only that, when teams get ready to face pitchers, they notice this stuff. Especially if they have guys who are really good at noticing it. Torrey Hunter was great at noticing this stuff. He's just tipping his off speed because of the nature of him needing to dig it. So he digs it. So those big moments I talked about that were like unlucky, they might not have been unlucky. So let's look at this. Here's all the home runs. See where his hands are? Watch his hands. Does he flex his wrist? No, he keeps the same. So basically, Polo's like, this is a fastball. So it's either off speed or not off speed. For reference, this is what the Astros did with garbage cans. They were saying off speed or not off speed. But let's look at the splitter. So this one, he's against his body again. So this is earlier in the year. He's got a wiggly glove. Another poorly located pitch. Like, I don't think they could have seen it because he was pinned. I think him pinning his glove against his body is a better thing to do. So this one, he's pinned again. Oh, but do you know what I'm noticing now? See how vertical his glove is? See how he's very vertical? He's not like this. He's like this. He's more vertical. Let's see if he did that on this splitter. Okay, now I'm noticing this in real time, guys. You notice how horizontal his glove is? This was his splitter. This is his fastball. This is a splitter, and his glove's completely sideways. You can only see the back of his glove. This one, more vertical. More vertical. More vertical again. Horizontal. Okay. Does anyone have David Bednar's phone number? So what I really believe is he turns his glove this way because it gives him more leverage. So he feels better about getting in the grip when it's sideways. But it's very clear. He comes set. He comes set horizontally on his splitter and vertically when he was pinned. Now he's doing a different tip. It's two different tips, guys. Here's my theory. All right, let's wrap this whole thing up. So I think that the biggest thing he's doing is tipping. Yes, his curveball is making his fastball a less effective, and then he's also allowing hitters to eliminate a pitch with a tip. And I think he was tipping when he was pinned. I think he moved his hands out farther to get rid of that tip and created another tip. I think he has two different versions of tipping this year, but the nice thing about this stuff is it's fixable. So let's look at his last outing, like recently, because he threw well. This could be angle. He's not as far away from his body. We have fastball, is a little more vertical. Splitter. Oh, I think we saw it there. He turned his glove. He comes set more horizontal. So it's like he moved his hands away from his body, but he's still doing the same thing. It's interesting to me whether or not he did this on purpose or if he's just trying to find somewhere comfortable. Because he might know about it. He's just trying some stuff and he just hasn't found it yet. Which I tend to believe that's what's going on because he's been so good. He's been better than I ever have been. His career up to this point is better than any year I had. So like I'm going to defer to him having better stuff than I ever had. You know, let's see what he does. Okay, so this is a splitter. He's more horizontal. Let's see if he does it in the curveball. He's more horizontal. Little bit more vertical. This is better though. Like it's not so glaring. So they all look pretty much the same. That looked different. Hold on. Let's go back to that curveball. Yeah. When he gets the grip, when he does that tick, he turns his glove this way. So he flattens his glove out, and his hands actually might drop a little bit. So let's see. Like his hands are right here, right? What, like 2 inches below the swoosh? Oh. That's right at the swoosh. So see how his hands are higher? He brings his hands up when his knee comes up. And then on the curveball, he doesn't. He keeps him still. So there's another element. It could be any of these things. See if the splitter he does it. Does he bring his hands up? No. He turns his hand sideways and brings his hands are just crazy inconsistent. And this is also away from his body, flat and lower. These things seem really small. Hitters can see them. So that one was interesting. He's flatter. Though his hands are higher, his glove is flatter. So he might have got him there. He might have confused him there. Watch this reaction from J-Ram. Watch J-Ram's face. Okay. He gave him one of these. Okay, I was wrong. Isn't that interesting? I think he knows, man. Another four-seamer. And he hit it a million. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, what do you guys think? Do you think David Bednar is tipping pitches? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.